Okay. Well, I know most everybody here, I think. Maybe one or two faces. I think I've seen it. My name's Chuck Conkle. I'll be the kind of advisor. This is our first meeting for Rockford Cocoa Heads. We're trying to officialize it as an actual RVC club tonight as well. And we have a student council gentleman here to help us, and he's actually going to be part of the club as well. And he'll talk in just a little bit about that part of it for us. Thanks for coming. I think we had allotted like 11 people who were supposed to come, so we can see here. But tonight's just kind of a general intro on Rockford Cocoa Heads and what it's all about. I'll tell you what I know about it and kind of tell you what I'm looking for this to be. It's an international group that is all over the nation and overseas, and it's supposed to be for educational purposes, for members to create tutorials, to create how-tos on topics of their choosing that have to do with a Mac OS or iOS platform. Now, it doesn't have to be just in development. It can be in graphics. It can be in media. So a whole list of things it can be on. And so it could be on Photoshop, creating movies on Mac OS, creating photos on Mac OS. So anything has to do with that. So kind of the misnomer probably might be it's not just for developing only, if that's safe to say. And so it's just Mac heads, basically, Mac gearheads coming together to learn more about Mac OS and the iOS platform. And the closest one we have from around here is in Chicago. And the Apple stores generally support the group. Go on, come on in. Here's a pizza guy. Good, how you doing? Not too bad.
Sorry to interrupt.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And so the closest in Chicago, and I'm working with an Apple store here, and it's actually affiliated in Schaumburg to sponsor some things in the upcoming months for us. And so working still on that. But we'll meet the second Tuesday of every month. In March, it'll be the third Tuesday because of spring break. We're going to start on Tuesdays and see how that works and just go for an hour. And then if we need a change, we'll change in the future to a different day. We're also going to continue on through the summer months as well, into June, July, and August, even though some of you might not have school here. I don't teach in the summer, but I think it's worth to keep it going through the summer for everyone wants to come. And so we might change the format a little bit in the summer months possibly, maybe meet in a different location than here. I don't know. Being summertime, maybe meet and have like a barbecue type thing and talk about, kind of a mixture of food and activity both. And so, but it's up to you guys, I guess, to create the content on what it is you want to learn or what it is you want to teach as well. And so, a lot of cool things that you guys do already with your Mac or with your iPad or iPhone that you'd want to show people, things that you've learned, tips and tricks and things of that nature. And so the breakup of the meetings will be this. We'll be on the second Tuesday here. The announcements will generally be at the beginning of the meeting. And after tonight, we'll have like official, president, vice president, secretary, or whatever it is we have to have before we leave. We'll figure that out. Topic discussion. The group will discuss what topic they would like to discuss the next meeting or meetings. So before we leave tonight, we'd like to have maybe 2 or 3 topics in mind, or at least one for next month that you guys want to discuss next month. And then one of you will actually be presenting that first topic next month. And these will be recorded. You will present the topic, you'll do the presentation, and then closing remarks. So pretty cut and dry, pretty straightforward, nothing real fancy. Pizza will be provided each time. You bring your own drink. And that's about it. Any questions before we get started on the discussion and things of that nature? As far as the makeup? Okay, let's do this. Let's take about 5 minute. I'm gonna go get plates and stuff for this, if you don't mind. So you can kind of talk amongst each other real quick, kind of get to know each other, and then I'll bring the plates back so we can start having pizza. Sound good? And then I'll have Daniel maybe give us what we need to do here for the official RVC stuff. So, all right, so let me go get the plates. I'll be right back. Kind of talk amongst each other if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, I didn't move anything. Brandon. Also the times are today it was just before it ended effective, so check it out. I don't have another class too. Yeah, works out.
App development class. Did you do software? Because I want to be a software player. I guess.
Plates have arrived. Come on up and help yourself.
Is this our official room from here on out, or will we?
Yeah, like, go ahead and put this room in. We're good for the semester here. I know we're good, Danielle, till the end of the semester. Once everybody grabs some pizza, I'll do a real quick icebreaker. That way everybody kind of gets to introduce yourself informally real quick and kind of why you're coming and all that good stuff. But we got plenty of pizza, so we got a cheese, I think, a pepperoni bacon, or a pepperoni beef sausage or mushroom or something like that. It's pizza.
Yeah.
What kind of pizza you guys want? I'll get it for you. What do you want? Pepperoni cheese. Yep, we got the pepperoni bacon, and then there's a pepperoni bacon mushroom and a cheese. Okay.
Open up dinner, I thought it was just a snack.
There you go. All right. I know some of you are holding off on eating because you don't have a little icebreaker. All I want you to do is really kind of tell everybody your name and kind of why you've come to the group, I guess, and maybe let's ask another one. How long you've been working with a Mac products? Apple, let's say anything Apple product. We'll just put it that. How long you've had Apple products, Apple devices, or maybe you're just starting. You're kind of interested. Either one of the two that you fall in. So does that sound good? So your name, why you're coming, and then how long you've had an iOS or an Apple device, and that's about it. So you want to start back here?
My name is Jack Lowe. I'm coming, number one, because I need help with my final project in the Mexico class.
Okay.
But also, Professor Garbo is a good guy, always helps students out, so I said, I'll be try to make my time people. But I'm new to the Mac, believe it or not. I mean, I have a degree in computer science, but we always use the PC. I just bought my iMac Air for about $1,000 at Best Buy.
Okay.
The first Mac I ever bought, I love it.
Sweet. Yeah, those are good. Those are nice. Now, is that the one with the Gorilla Glass, or is that the diamond? What kind is it?
He said it's MacBook Air.
MacBook Air. Oh, okay, MacBook Air. Okay. Does it have the new display in it there?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know? Okay. That's all right. It probably, if it's a new one, I'm guessing it does. So, okay.
I'm Brian Houghton. I'm just kind of interested in learning more about iOS. I've been using Mac for about maybe
Lindsay Murphy. I want to come to this meeting because I was excited that there's one in Rockford. Still haven't.
All right.
Dave Larson. Reason I'm coming is I really don't know too much about Macs. I'm kind of in the IT field, so I've about it maybe a little bit more in depth.
I'm glad you're here. Yeah,
I don't really own any Macs, so.
that's fine. No, that's good. I was looking for people who kind of had no Mac whatsoever.
I'm Scott Fern. I'm here largely because I want to stay close to the fire on the Xcoding class for the iOS. And short of a couple classes here at Rock Valley, I'm a Mac newbie for sure. Got the first devices in the last iPhone.
All right. Yeah, there you go. Trial by fire. Yeah.
Hi, my name is June Sherry, and I have
All right.
so I need to learn everything I possibly can.
All
I
right.
have used it over the years
Right.
through the graphic
Sure.
arts program,
Okay.
but I don't know enough.
I'm glad you're here. Thanks for being here.
I'm Anton Anderson, and I'm basically here to see what it's all about and see what it has to offer, I guess. And then I've been dealing with Nano with the scroll pad.
Your go-to guy right there.
And then I finally bought my first MacBook Pro in December.
Good, good.
I'm Daniel Slaybaugh. I'm coming because I'm very interested and have been very interested in Macs and the wide range of things that you can do with them. I don't quite know what my first app. Do you remember the iPod Shuffle that looked like an oversized USB stick?
Yes.
Yeah.
I had mine before that.
Nice. I think that was my first. I don't really know. The first one that I really used was the iPod Touch, and I carried that in my pocket everywhere, and had that for a while. Love that, and then I've kind of expanded from there.
All right. Good to have you.
I'm Melissa Francis. I know most of you, I think, from another class. I wanted to join Cocoa Heads #1 because but I wanted to further any form of iOS development that I could top of the course that we're taking. And I've been using Mac for about 9 years.
Okay.
So they're pretty darn reliable. So I think I've gone through 3 PCs within the time I've had my first.
Well, I'm glad you're coming too. Glad you're here. Well, I did want to mention, because I know there's a few new folks that are here with Mac anyway, and I found a service I've been using for a while. I just released it to my iOS class today. I just told them about it. I emailed them about it because I've been testing for a while, and I'm ready to release it for people to use. I really am impressed with it. It's called Virtual Mac OS, virtualmacosx.com, and what it is, it's a service that allows you, if you're new to Mac or you're interested in Mac, that you can basically try out a Mac computer virtually. And you have, for the developers in here for iOS, they actually have an Xcode plan, and they also have a virtual personal desktop, which you basically, when you log in, you see the desktop and everything as you would in real time. And so I took a picture of my Windows machine here. I was wanting to show it to you. This is one I logged in today. This is actually on a Windows XP machine, and here's my remote session into that Mac OS, virtualmacos.com, and you basically use a virtual VNC client, and you can use it for Mac, Linux, iPad, iPhone, and basically when you log into it, you're logging into a real Mac client that you can begin developing on or begin just playing with the Mac OS if you're wanting to play with and figure out if you like Mac OS or not. And so it's a pretty good service. It starts out fairly decent plans for developers. The one I have is this one here. It's about $15 a month, but you get unlimited remote login, 10 gigs of storage, and unlimited access all month long. Then they do have a light plan that you can log in 3 times a day or 3 hours a day. And then virtual desktop, this is just for Mac users that want to see if they would want to go towards Mac. There's a virtual personal desktop. You can get it, and it has everything on it for about $20 a month. I think if you get a 12-month plan, it's $14 a month or something like that. But I definitely recommend it if you. The way it's been used, I've seen it used anyway, is you can load it actually on a iPad, remote into it via iPad, and once you're on it, you can do whatever. Like in this picture here is actually showing it being remoted in on an iPad, and I used it today on my iPhone as well. I remoted into it in my iPhone. Now, the screen's definitely really small, but it was kind of cool to be able to log in remotely to a Mac OS. And so I definitely recommend playing with it. It's virtualmacosx.com, and I've been using it for a couple months, and I really recommend it. If you're new to Mac, or if you're a developer and you don't have your Mac with you all the time, maybe you're on a Windows machine or on a mobile device, you can log in to this service and continue your development or continue whatever work it is that you're working with. So it's a pretty cool service, and it's fairly new, and it works really well. It's pretty slick. Now, the way you transfer your files, I've done it so far, is like I'll email my Xcode to myself. I'll email my files to myself after I'm done with the session. Or you can FTP in a Mac. They give you all the instructions how to do it. And then on the Windows side, you can FTP into it as well. And you directly connect to that Mac externally to download your files. And so pretty cool, pretty reasonable too for the service, I think. And so anyway, that's my little spill on that little tip for tonight, I guess. So Daniel, you want to maybe take over here, if you don't mind, and tell us what we need to do officially to become a club, and then I'd like you to maybe segue from that to brainstorming for discussion topics for upcoming sessions. Does that sound good? All right. Do you want me to disconnect me and then you can go into there, or what? Because you can do that if you want.
Sure, let's do that.
Unplug my. I'll move it out of your way.